Just a wonderful moment last night at DIA. An Afghan refugee and his family arrived in Colorado thanks to a veteran here. Ahmad Siddiqui worked as an interpreter for former U.S. Army Captain Scott Henkel during his tour in Afghanistan. And today, Denver 7's Gary Brode caught up with Henkel about that beautiful moment.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
For the first time since 2007, it became real. It went from concept and theory to reality.
Former Army Captain Scott Henkel can now sit on his back porch and reflect on what he, his wife Heidi, and others helped make happen.
To actually pull this off is a huge accomplishment.
Getting Henkel's friend Ahmad Siddiqui and his family out of Afghanistan to Broomfield, where they can now start their new lives.
Leaving a family, joining another family.
Siddiqui and Henkel met in Afghanistan. The two completed more than 400 missions together in 2006. Tuesday night, Siddiqui, his wife and 4 kids, arrived at DIA.
What are you most excited to see?
My house.
Just minutes after the family walked up the escalator, Henkel's and Siddiqui's kids were already bonding, a moment the two men thought would never happen.
Kevin mentioned this last night. He goes, "Hey sir, do you remember when we were eating MREs and all of a sudden we were in a firefight and as we were talking about how cool it would be if our kids got to play together." And at the time, I remember that conversation vividly, obviously because bullets were flying over my head shortly after. But I remember talking about that and thinking about how kind of fantastic that would be.
Yet Henkel says his fondest memory of Tuesday night came when Siddiqui's 3-year-old daughter walked into their new home, paid for with donations.
So when the 3-year-old squealed when she saw the house and when she saw her room and a bed for the first time in 2 months, that to me was the best part of the entire night.
The kids will now begin acclimating to their new lives by starting school on Thursday. As for Siddiqui, he can now take a deep breath.
For these kids, as a father, I think I did something that they will be thankful for the rest of their lives.
Just being able to sit down on a couch with Kevin and Robbie and myself and just seeing Kevin exhale that first time where he just kind of sat back and went, it's like we did it.
In Broomfield, I'm Gary Brode.
15 years later and it's real. Like the pipe dream is real.
Denver 7.
It was such a privilege to watch all that unfold.